Hello kindergartners, it's Mrs. Hilliard. We're going to do another art project today. It's going to be super fun. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need your I Feel Lucky art project that looks like this. You're going to need your green paint and your yellow paint from your little materials bag. There should also be 2 cotton balls in that bag. You're going to need your pencil, and you're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need some glue. A glue stick should be fine, or some white glue. All right, so go ahead and gather all your materials up and then come back over here and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of this aside. I'm gonna take apart my packet. I don't need this piece anymore. This you're gonna need, so don't lose it. Put it somewhere safe. And then put this aside also. And now you should have 2 pieces of paper. You have a green paper and a gray paper, just like this, okay? And what you're gonna do is first we're gonna be putting some paint on your gray paper. So put your green one to the side. And we're gonna use our green paint and our yellow paint. And we're going to use our cotton balls. And we're gonna put paint all over this paper. Okay, so I'm going to start with my green paint. So I'm going to just kind of pinch my cotton ball like this, and I'm going to dip it in my green paint, and I'm just going to dab it all over my paper, and then get some more paint, and then just keep dabbing it. You don't have to go all the way to the edges, but do as much as you can. You can even, if you don't want to dab, you can even spread the paint around like this. You can do little designs. You can dab it if you want to. When we're done with the green paint, we're gonna do yellow paint. You can do kind of like swirly shapes. All right, so then once you got all the green paint you want on there, now I'm going to do some yellow paint. So I'm going to get my other cotton ball and dip it in my yellow and put yellow all over. Ooh, this cotton ball's kind of falling apart. And just kind of spread it around. Same thing, you can spread it around like this. You can dab it. Whatever you want to do. There's no right or wrong way. When you have the paint the way you want it, go ahead and throw the cotton balls away. If there's extra paint, you can keep it if you want to. And then you're gonna put this aside to dry, okay? While that's drying, you're gonna get your green paper and you're gonna get the writing piece, and we're gonna glue it to the bottom of our paper like this. We're not gonna actually do the words on it yet. We're gonna write the words together in small group. So right now I'm just gonna put the paper on the green construction paper. So I'm going to put glue all around the edges, and then I'm going to do a big X in the middle, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put it right down here, and I'm going to smush it on there really well, just like that. Now up top is where we're going to do some art, and that's where the painting comes in. Now our paint is still wet, but luckily I did a different one earlier. I accidentally messed up and did my other one on green paper instead of gray paper. So just pretend like this is gray paper because Mrs. Hilliard messed up. But when this is dry, you'll be able to do the next step. So you might have to pause this video, wait for your paper to dry. It should only take a couple hours to dry. And then when it's dry, bring your paper back, the dry paper, and push play again, and then you'll see the next part. Okay, so once your paper's all dry, this is what you're gonna do. And it's okay if it's a little bit curly. Remember, I accidentally did it on my green paper instead of gray paper, but that's okay. So this is where you're gonna use this little heart. And we're gonna use this heart as a stencil. So the first thing I need to do is I need to very carefully cut this heart out. So I'm gonna try to go so slow and cut all around the black edges. So here I go. I'm gonna make sure my thumbs are on top. And I'm going to turn the paper, not the scissors. And I'm going to go so slow. Just like this. Now I'm going to cut out the second half of my heart. Turn the paper. And there. This can go in the recycling. And this is going to be my stencil. I'm going to be tracing my stencil on this paper. You can trace the back of it if you want to, or you can trace the front of it. It doesn't really matter. So you put your heart down, and you hold it down with one hand, and with your other hand, you're going to trace it. So I'm going to go all around this way, and then around this way, just like that. And I'm going to do it 4 times, okay? So I have to fit 4 of them on here. I could fit another heart over here. And go around this side. If you need help with tracing, just ask one of your grown-ups. I can fit another heart over here. These hearts are going to be the leaves on our shamrock, our clover. And I'm going to do a heart down here. I could probably fit even more. I could squeeze a heart in right here and have room for another heart. If you want to have an extra heart just to keep for yourself, you totally can. All right, so I'm going to cut out or trace my last heart here. And then you can save this too if you want to use it for something else. Now I'm going to cut out my hearts. So to make it easier, I'm going to cut my paper like this, because it's easier to cut out from smaller pieces like this. All right, so first I'm going to cut out this heart. There we go. And I'm going to put this in the recycling. And now I'm going to cut out another heart. Don't glue them down yet, because we want to arrange them on our paper first. And this is an art project that you're going to be turning in. So when you're done with it, you can hang it up for decoration for now, but keep it in a safe place, and then on our next turn-in day, which is going to be on April 1st, you're going to turn it in for your memory book that we're making. Okay, so this is heart number 3. And my last one. See how the paint looks pretty cool with the green and the yellow all swirled together. Okay. Now that I have my 4 hearts, I'm going to arrange them into a clover shape. So arrange them like this on your paper, and they can overlap a little bit in the middle, like this. And then all we got to do is glue it down. So I'm going to get my glue stick, and I'm going to do my first one. So I'm going to put some glue all around the edges and in the middle. And I'm going to glue it down just like this. And I'm going to really squish it on there because it's kind of curled a little bit, so I want to really squish it. And then I'll do my next one. And remember, the purple dries clear, so it's okay if you can see it. Remember, you're going to just overlap them a little bit. And then put your whole hand down and count. You can even count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now I can do the next one. And then I'm going to put one right here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then my last one will go right over here. 100. All right, there is my 4-leaf clover. If you really super want to, you can make a little stem coming down if you want to. You don't have to though. And then, and you can do a green stem, you can do a black stem, whatever you want. The last part is just the writing, and we're gonna do the writing together in our small group. So you're gonna keep this somewhere safe. You're gonna bring it tomorrow to your small group, and we're gonna write a time when you feel lucky, and then you're gonna put this somewhere safe for the next turn-in day. Don't forget to also write your name. You can write your name at the bottom, you can write it at the top, and it's always a good idea to put the date somewhere on there as well. And of course, make sure you clean up your mess and put all your stuff away so your grown-ups stay nice and happy. All right, kindergartners, I hope you had fun making this little lucky shamrock, and we will see you next time. Bye.